Hi everybody. Sometimes it's hard to sit in front of a camera. You gotta get warmed up. Anyways, I am recording a video today to talk about commonly asked questions, mainly by college students, on how to get an internship and kind of everything that revolves around that. A year ago, around this time, I was asking these exact questions and I didn't really have anyone to go to. My main source was the internet and YouTube and Google and articles and blogs. I just kind of want my honest opinions and thoughts about these questions, coming from someone who kind of had to do it all on their own. So sit back, relax, drink some coffee. Before I get started, I am a public relations major. I'm going into my senior year of college, and I got an internship with zero experience in my field. So let's jump into the first question. I typed these all in my notes. Can you get an internship with no experience in that field? Yes. Credibility. I got one this past summer with no experience in my field. It's really not as hard as you think. I had a huge problem with having the confidence because I knew that I had no experience in my job field that I'm going for. So to me, I'm like, well, that's the main thing you need, right? That's what everyone's looking for. I want every single one of you guys to get that out of your head. If I could tell myself a year ago that this can work and you don't need to worry and stress so much, I would go back and tell myself that. So of course, I've had jobs in the past. I worked at a daycare for about 4 years, and I had some jobs in high school. It is possible to use your experience in a non-related field to answer the interview questions. Even if you worked at a daycare like me, you worked in a team setting and you had to communicate with people and you had to solve problems, so you can definitely relate those questions to the job that they're offering and the interview questions that they ask you while you're being interviewed. The next question that I want to go over that was commonly asked is, how do you find an internship? I'm sure all of you know that as college students, they have job fairs. Definitely take advantage of that. I personally never actually went to one, so I use Indeed.com specifically. There's other applications you can use to find a job, but I personally use Indeed. I just found it the most easy to use. So I would just scroll, apply to all these places, whether it was not paid, whether it was paid, whether it was even out of my league, I would apply because you never know. I just think that it all goes back to how much you really want something and the measures you'll take to get it. I would even go as far as messaging people on Instagram or something, knowing that they graduated with a similar degree, so they're already one step ahead of me, and asking them the most simple questions. Even if they were dumb, I would ask them because I wanted to know kind of the basics that helps me start off and gives me that knowledge before going into and diving into something, such as even just applying for internships. I just wanted to know if I was on the right track and I was doing all that I could to get there. The third question that I want to answer in this video is, if you landed an interview, how should you come prepared? Especially with no experience, like me. That was definitely me. I was that person. So definitely the first thing you want to do is have your resume and cover letter in check. If you aren't sure how to write up your resume or even your cover letter, definitely reach out to other students in college or even your professor, a professor that you might trust that's in your field, that you like talking to, who's easy to talk to. In my public relations writing class, my professor had a day dedicated to other professionals coming in from other companies, looking at all of our resumes individually and just critiquing them. So that was very helpful, and I'm thankful that my college helped us do that. If you don't have that opportunity, there are resources out there as simple as an internet search. The second thing for your actual interview and being prepared for that is having a portfolio, of course, if your major encourages it. So as a PR major, our school encouraged us to have a portfolio of all of our work. And just a quick overview. At the beginning is the cover letter and resume, and then it goes through with classwork that I've done, and then also outside of the classroom work, and then also your social media platforms, your blogs that you've published. That's all in there for me. I would bring it to every interview that I've had so that they can look through it, and you can just have a physical form of your work, and that just kind of, you know, shows and drills into the hiring managers that that's your passion. I think it's a great boost, especially for during an interview. And no matter what, they chose to interview you for a reason, so showcase that. Show them that you want to learn from them, that you want to grow as a professional there. So I hope this video helps you guys. Just remember that I was in your position not even a year ago, and it can be hard. It can be so stressful on the mind, and it can really bring down your confidence if you let it. But don't ever forget that even someone who is a CEO of a company was most likely in your position at one point. Thank you so much for watching and for sitting through this video, and I hope my advice helped. Bye guys.